Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. I wanted to come and say hello, wish you a good Sunday. And we're going to look at, make a preview for the month of February, what is coming up with the angel tarot to see see what will unfold through the next 30 days. Then I'm going to discuss the law of one, for this is really the essence of what will become the future of both science and religion throughout it is not just for the earth, the whole galaxy. Those are the principles, the eternal scientific principles that will rule our life in the future new age, this law of one. And just a recapitulation. But first, let's take a look at what will come for this coming months. I thank you very much for if you want a private session, do not hesitate to send me an email. And I thank you for listening. I thank you for your comments, for your like, for your sharing, for your subscriptions. I'm always very happy, and for your donations. Sometimes I appreciate that. For now, to be able to receive that. For the first the first constellation is Aries. For Aries is really what is potential before us, and it is righteousness. For it is we want to be right, we want to be aligned with the law, we want to be aligned with ourselves, with the one. And so this is really what is potential, a greater alignment with this principle where there is no compromise within our principle. Then so it is potential. Then in Taurus is what is actual, what we possess, what is ours. And here we have luck. So it is wonderful. We have cultivating this possibility for miracles and lucky circumstances. So expect to be lucky in this month of February. Then in Gemini is what we think, our mental communication. And here we have illness. So we are working in the integration of healing, of illness. So we are able to heal, to find ourselves whole. Then in Cancer, it's our environment, our inner self, and our immediate environment. And here we have compassion. We're learning to be good to ourselves and to be good to others, to be kind to others. Then in Leo, it is the heart, it is the passion, it is family, it is the and here we have a triumph in the heart. For the heart is triumphant over all those. For the heart is really, there is all the knowledge is there. Sometimes we have to accept not to know everything, to be in the beingness, but the heart will reveal itself through the intellect as well. And so there is this triumph in the heart, this triumph of love. Then in Virgo is how we nourish ourselves materially and spiritually. And now here it is reparation. So we're going to be able to fix different aspects, to realign, to work on what has been spoiled, to everything that's different aspect of our life that has been neglected, that are in disharmony. We're going to be able this month to repair it. We're going to be able to nourish ourselves from bringing things back into alignment. Then in Libra is all the world of relationship, whether it is social, professional, romantic. It's the world of relationship. And here we have the destiny. So it is quite wonderful to have this destiny here that socially we're going to be able to reconnect, to align with our destiny, something completely new. Then in Scorpio, there is what comes to us from the subconscious, from the depths of the subconscious. And here it's potentiality. All kinds of new potential will come about. So it's about determining what is we really want, and see we're going to be able. The universe will show us so much more about what is possible and potential and certain. For the destiny is certain, and then there is all kinds of potential and possibility that we work along the way. Then in Sagittarius is what we aim for. It is our laws, our philosophies, and right now it is about creation, holding the globe of creation, being empowered as creator. Then in Capricorn is what comes to us from the Great Mother, from the universe. And here we have rest. So we're going to be able to rest and relax. Our actions are so much more intelligent when we are rested and relaxed and serene than when we are agitated and confused. So we're going to be able to be given that point of be able to regenerate, to relax. It's important to take those meditations each and every day, to relax as much as possible. So it will be given in February, this relaxation. We're going to feel more relaxed. Then in Aquarius is what we hope for, what our wishes are about, and here we have doubts. So it's like in some sense we do not want to doubt, but we want to feel certain about things before we can move forward. And so the light will come, and ask for the light. The light is wisdom. Light is knowledge. Light is our true nature. So ask for light. Wish for light rather than doubts. But even if there is no certainties, for the universe is like sometimes we are still bouncing between world and energy. So the light will clear it up, and trust that. I'm going to come back to that. And the message I want to, and what will come in Pisces, which is the karma, the inevitable, is work. We're going to go back to work. There is so much that needs to be, we have to return to a new form of society, a new form of service, a new form of integration within the world that will be far more conscious than before this crisis. But there's going to be this return, and the outcome is going to be a renewal, brand new beginning. So this month of February is going to mark the breakthrough, the shift, and we're going to turn around the corner. It's going to be very, very potent and powerful. Well, I hope this resonated with you. I want to discuss this law of one. For the law of one is all that needs to be known. There are those who are aware of it and those who are not aware of it. Those who are working for the service of the whole and those who are selfishly working for themselves, believing they're separated from the whole. For it will replace both science and religion. It is galactic knowledge. Those principles, there are many, many principles. I'm just going to go over a few of them, the basic principles. And those basic principles are unchangeable. They cannot change. They're eternal. So it's just like, but we need to integrate them. And one of the essence of this law of one is the service to others. And the service of the infinite creator. For the infinite creator is all we serve. For all is the creator. So it's like we continue to serve life. And the first principle is the law of existence. Is the principle of existence. You exist. You cannot change that. Even if you die, you'll see you'll continue to exist in some other form. Before we came into this incarnation, we existed in some form. The universe would not be the universe without you. So you are existence itself. You are existence itself. First principle. Second principle is the principle of inclusion. It's like we always included within life. There is nothing outside of the life of God. For we do not experience truly the life of God when we're in third dimension, but it is the true essence of who we are. For we have been taught that the life exists outside of us. We're separated from life and we need to fight to achieve what we need to achieve. When actually all is included within us, so it can come to us more gracefully once we understand this principle of inclusion, and we want to continue to include life, to reconnect people to themselves and to these higher forms of life, this higher frequency of life. The third principle is the law of cause and effect, the law of karma, the law of principle of attraction. Everything we produce, we're going to receive. Sooner or later, everything works as a circle. So it's like the cause and the effect. Eventually, the cause and the effect will become one, and manifestation will be instantaneous. So this principle also, we cannot change those things, whether we exist, whether we are included within the life of God, whether we included within the universe, whether what we produce, we live in a magnetic universe, so everything we produce will always harvest one way or the other. The fourth principle is the law of change and transformation. Everything is in eternal transformation except the source, that is God, that does not change. Or except those principles also that do not change. So those are the basic principles that needs to be integrated, and see how you work with it. Eventually we'll all... this will replace a lot of limited beliefs from the past as they get better known. What we want to do is to cultivate positive thoughts. When a positive thought has been maintained for more than a minute, it takes on a life of itself. It takes on its own rhythm. So negative thoughts needs to be stopped before a minute, but positive thoughts needs to be... you need to hold those positive thoughts for longer time. For last night, I had a nightmare. It's like it's a temptation to cultivate that thing, or to let it go as a past and just move on to something. It was just expurging some fear or something. Hopefully, For the universe is receiving many calls right now. It is it's called for divine intervention. The angels, the archangels, the galactic, the creator. So continue to ask, continue to be ready for that. For ascending is realizing that we're never alone. We can never be separated from our higher self. For we can never be other than source. And we are source at all time. No matter what our belief and experience may be, we are that God of all creation. We are we are existence itself. For there is a trap in the third dimensional trap is the past, present, and future. Time is the separator, space are separator. It's the left brain that's taking the control and projecting fear to keep this separation. But in fifth dimension, there is a right brain activation through love, and it creates a bridge from within the heart. And be okay with the fact that you don't have all the answers. It's okay. You can. It's a need to know basis, and so when you need to know, you will be informed by your source, by your heart, by your creator. And what is important is to surrender our will to the will of God, to surrender our plans to the plans of God. For it is our real, the will of God is our true will, but we want to surrender, to let go. God has better plans for you than you have for yourself. God has a better will than we have. For the ego does not like that. The ego will fight it. The ego is all about exclusion. And so you want to be including yourself in the process, including source, including your creator. And so you're receiving always higher energies. Everybody's receiving these higher energies from the cosmos, but as we receive it and understand it and integrate it in a unique way, and then we filter it down and we find words to express it. It makes it more accessible to many people who are still living in duality, to understand this higher energy that we all receive. And so pull a few cards to see for the day. It's the highest wisdom is peace. What we need to understand is the destinies. What we need to do is co-creation. And the outcome will be solid foundations. I don't need to overcommand those. They're self-obvious. And so we want to be prepared for the end of all tyrannies. It's like this law of one is a code of honor, a code of respect for life. But the dark forces have a different codes. They are the source of all suffering. They are parasites. They are on a war against God and life. And so when you utilizing this law of one, you forgive, you forget the past, the negative past. You create, you move into this unity consciousness where love, joy, bliss, and happiness are the dominating frequency. And to raise our frequency, we need to release the negative memory. For those parasites, those dark energy, those forces are fourth dimensional hierarchies. They're called. They have many names, but it's the Black Alliance, and they're the source of suffering in the planet, and they're profiting from war and illness. It's a very old story, and they will all of this whole history of the galactic wars will be exposed. For it is an old war of the Orion Empire against the Federation, those who needs to colonize and those who needs to respect the freedom. And then this war was at an end for 4.5 million years ago, and then there was a celestial war about 200,000 years ago. All of that will be coming back to the picture. But for now, know that all of it, this tyranny will be coming to an end abruptly. Everything is going to come up like this. All the criminal decrees and laws that are being, and executive orders that are being passed now, right now, will be dissolved. It's like right now that just Spirit lets this happen as a proof of criminality from those who are doing it. And so forgive and remains neutral in the relationship to that. Trust the plan of God. Both United States and China will be returned to republics. True republics, where people, for the people, by the people. It's like trust the plan. The plan will work. The plan is perfect. There is nothing. We just need to be a little bit patient in relationship to all that. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to sing a song to finish. It's a song that speaks about freedom. It goes like this. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no country. It isn't hard to do, nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. Ooh, 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 ooh. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of men. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. Ooh, 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 ooh. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. A wonderful song from John Lennon, inspired by Yoko Ono, philosophy of Yoko. And for it is about the law of one. It is this unity consciousness that will bring joy and happiness to all. It is very much so. We don't need to we need to continue this education process to all. So until eventually we all fuse within the divine light of the one. For the one is the one, always has been the one, and we can never be separated from the one. The card of the day is the 8 of Raphael. And she's ready to cross this bridge and leaving all those things behind. The cat will follow her. She says, the best is yet to come. Do what you know to be good for yourself. A spiritual quest. So continue on this quest. Continue on this discovery of your own inner self, of your own the magic and mysteries that lies within the heart. Is really will be a great treasure to unfold. That will unfold every day as we begin to become in acceptation and in the peace and unity of our own heart that is triumphant this month. Will show the great triumph of the light over the darkness. I thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day. Namaste.